I'm waiting to see if this works. I don't know if you guys can hear or see me yet. I think it's working. Okay. Oh, yay, it's working. Okay, just a second. Let me set you guys back up here. Yay. I had to kick my kids all off the internet because I think they were hogging up all the juice. Okay, yay, I didn't have to restart it. That's so good. I'm so happy. Hello, everybody. Hopefully my internet holds out and this isn't a sign of what's to come for this video. Hi, everybody. Yay, hello. Okay. Oh, yay, designer is on here for this bag, Sandeep. I don't know if I've been saying the name of this pattern wrong. I've been calling it the Zynah. I don't know if it's the Zynah. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. But I cut it out last week on a live and I'm super excited to sew this up. If you don't have this pattern, you can go get it using the code SiahSwag10, all in caps. It's down in the description below and you can get a discount. What kind of thread is that? This is bonded poly Tech 70 thread, the Zynah. Okay, the Zynah. Am I saying it right now? Okay, we're gonna sew up the Zynah. Let me go get the one I have. Okay, yay. This is what we're going to be making today. It is just a gorgeous handbag. I absolutely love this. I made my first one out of the Kaya vinyl from Joleelee Creations, and it made a fabulous bag. Look how pretty it is on the inside. Such a pretty bag. I will be going a little slow just because I've only made one and there's kind of, you know, a lot of details. Like this is an actual zipper in here, you guys. We're gonna make this like, let me see if I can get it. This is a hidden zipper on the front. Isn't that cool? We're gonna be making this, and then it's got a snap pocket on the back. It's got, I'm putting these connectors that I saw on my website on the sides, and then a zipper panel on the top. This is what we're gonna be making. Okay, so for the bag today, I'm gonna be making mine out of Cork, which I'm not too familiar with sewing with Cork, so I'm excited. And we're using Theratex on the inside, which is from Fabric Therapy. The Cork is from So Many Creations. Should be a gorgeous bag. I'm super excited. I'm using Purple Rain thread from my website to match this Cork. I think it's going to be perfect. And I think that's it. Let me know if you guys have questions. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. I had a few hours this afternoon, so I thought I am going to get on and do this video because I've been dying to sew this bag up and my week did not go as planned. Okay, let me just pull up my hair real quick out of my face. Do you have thread and colors like petrol green and petrol blue on the darker side of the color scale? Yeah, just look at my website and see. I have a lot of different colors. I've got quite a variety. Sorry, it doesn't look as good. But that's okay. You won't be looking at my face, right? You'll be looking at the machine and the material. All right, we are gonna get started. I did prep quite a few pieces just because I know this is gonna be a long live because it's kind of an involved bag. So I wanted to make it go just a little bit faster. So I did kind of prep my, my zipper panel closure. I just folded all of the edges down. Is Theratex thinner than regular waterproof vinyl? Yes, it is. It's a little bit thinner, a little bit softer and easier to work with. I really like it. I've prepped all of my zippers. I've already prepped my zippers if they needed, you know, some tabs or my main closure. I did this really cute cork. This is in the pattern. She's got this piece in the pattern, and it's for your zipper tab on your main closure zipper. So I did all of those ahead of time just to speed up the process just a little bit. Okay. Let's dive in, guys. It's gonna take me a minute. I will be reading the pattern quite a bit as we go along to myself over here. And so I show you guys all the correct steps. Sorry, let me get you in the right way here. I'm not sure I like that angle either. It always takes me a minute to find just the right, a little bit higher. There. How's that? I think that's good. All right, let's get started. Here we go. Thank you, Annette. Annette is one of my beautiful moderators. She's going to be popping up links if we need them while she can join us. Okay, so this is the front top lining. All right, and I've already done my markings on it. She's got this, where's my piece? I don't know. She's got a template that you put on here to do these markings. All right, so you do those markings on your piece. All right, so do that first, and then we're gonna set that aside for a minute. And I'm going to take my front pocket zipper. I've already got my tab sewn on it. And my front bottom lining piece, I'm gonna take one of those. I've got all my pattern pieces clipped to the, correct ones, just so I know what is what. All right, and I am going to just center these up. And I just like to do little clips for my centers. That usually helps me center everything. Good morning, good morning. I've had a good morning so far. I went to brunch with my girlfriends, came home and walked the doggies, and now I'm doing this. I would say that's a good morning. Okay, here we go. So I've got my centers clipped. All right, right side up. You want your zipper on the right-hand side. We're going to center those here. There we go. This front pocket is super cool the way it's put together, and it looks so pretty when it's done. All right, so I'm gonna baste this piece on first. All right, hopefully the camera angle is good. Sorry if you can see that, but that's the best spot for me. All right, so I'm gonna baste these two together. Again, my lining is up and my zipper is up. Zipper pull is to the right. Hi, Brittany. Yay, Brittany's on here too. Awesome. All right. So after you have that attached, you want to take this piece that we have the markings on. I'm going to mark my centers on this as well real quick. I'm a big fan of marking centers. It just helps with everything. All right. So you want to place it this way. You want this to be laying this way. You want your right sides together. We're going to center that up. Make sure this piece is laying the correct way with your markings. Okay, and I think, yeah, you know what? This is a pattern where I had to change my foot. I have to change my zipper foot real quick. I forgot about this. Let me do that. See if I can find the right piece. All right. So it's sewn at a 3/8 inch seam allowance, which Usually for patterns, I'm like, it's fine. I can just do a 4th. But for this one, it's kind of important because you need to be able to get close to that zipper to make it lay correctly. So I'm just going to put on, sorry, it takes me a minute, and I hate my zipper foot. I don't like sewing with my zipper foot, but we're going to do it for this pattern. There we go. All right, my zipper foot is on. Ta-da! Bring you back in. All right, so you want to throw this. You want to sew this at that seam allowance, which I need a zipper foot for, because you're getting up close to that zipper teeth. Hi, Tracy. Yeah, I just was on doing a live opening some mail, and I decided I would just hop right back on and do this. All right. Well, I don't think there is a better way for zippers, unfortunately. If you want to get close on industrials, it's just, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. All right. So now I'm going to take this and flip this up. My seam is facing down. Okay. So the zipper is up towards the shorter piece. My seam allowance is down towards the lining. And now I'm going to top stitch along underneath here. Here we go. With my zipper foot, which I hate, but that's okay. It is worth it for this pattern to change to your zipper foot on this step. Brittany, you should get a zipper foot. It does come in handy sometimes. Okay, so this is what we have so far. All right, your zipper should be facing up. You should be seeing the wrong side of your zipper there. That's correct. All right. Next step, I put my nameplate already on my front pocket panel exterior. That's already been done right there. Okay, so you're going to want to, you don't want to get this zipper in your way, so make sure that it's out of your way when you do this part. And your interfacing on the back of this piece, make sure it's all correct, because you want this to be the top of your panel, okay? And it matches with this top of this panel. I'm going to mark my center real quick on this, which I already did. Sweet. All right, and now I'm going to line this up together. All right. And you want to make sure that zipper is pushed down out of your way. And now I'm going to sew along those markings, okay? So now this is my sew line. I'm going to sew along here and down and back up. I usually change back to my other foot. We'll see if I can stick to my zipper foot. I don't know, because I'm going to knead it one more time. Let's see. I may change back. If I stop all of a sudden and change my foot, you'll know why. Okay, here we go. Just go slow along that curve, because you want that curve to look nice. That's going to be the curve of your pocket. All right, I did it. Crystal, we just started. You are not late. Okay, so I sewed along that stitching. That worked. All right, so now I want to trim that down. And I am going to use my pinking shears. Getting a zipper foot for your industrial is kind of worth it. Just, there are patterns where you absolutely need to get closer to certain areas, and it really does help. Oops, sorry. All right, here we go. So we want to flip that. And we are going to now just get this seam laying nice. Okay. And I am going to clip this all so it looks nice. Yeah, that turned out good. Yeah, I got a few different feet when I bought my machine. And really the only two that I have used is the walking foot that came with it and the zipper foot. That's about it. And I got the right-sided zipper foot. And that's really the only two different ones that I have used. I don't even remember what the other ones are or what they're in. I think I got a hemming one, which I don't hem when I sew. Okay, so that's the front. Hi, sister. And that is my back so far. I used Decaville Light on my cork. All right, so now we want to top stitch that. Oof, do I attempt it with the zipper foot? I'm gonna keep my zipper foot on and top stitch. We'll see if I regret that. So I gotta make sure that I keep this, you gotta keep this zipper down and out of your way while you're top stitching, all right? All right, here we go, guys. No, I don't think I'm gonna have to switch back real quick to top stitch. I'm afraid it'll mess it up, and this is too important because it's the front side of my bag. I'm gonna have to switch back real quick. Sorry. This is the only time I think I have to switch back and forth from the different feet. I know this purple is really gorgeous, guys. It's always prettier in person, and I think this is like even more gorgeous in person for sure. All right. Here we go. I feel more secure. I feel better about top stitching with that foot. All right, here we go. And I'm just making sure my zipper is pulled out of the way here. I'm gonna go nice and slow. Hi, Raina. Yeah, when you have that zipper foot on there, it doesn't pull the fabric through on this side. So when you're top stitching, it's not really, the walking foot isn't walking for you with that zipper foot. So for doing this step, it would have been super hard and uneven, and you kind of need to switch it back. If you guys ask a question and I don't see it, just ask it again. I try to look up as much as I can, but sometimes I get kind of into what I'm doing here. There we go. All right. Beautiful. Look at that. So pretty. That turned out really good, that top stitching. All right. Next, we want to take the second front lining bottom here. Which is this one, and I'm going to clip my center again on this. I want the top edge of this with the top edge of my zipper here. So we're putting the back side of this pocket on. So I'm going to line these two up here and clip it. So they're both right sides up. All right, and I'm sewing on this back part of the zipper. So that's the front, and I'm clipping on the back there. All right, I'm gonna baste this on. And then I'll have to switch back to my zipper foot for the last time after this step. It just makes this pocket like super hidden and tight, and it's really cool when it's done when you use that seam allowance. So I just would highly suggest it. You need a King Max tutorial. Yeah, there's not many videos at all out for how to sew on a King Max. I know that for a fact because I had to self-teach myself. Okay. After that, I want to put on the top panel piece, which I thought I had laying out, but I don't. Front top panel. And front top panel. So this, make sure your piece is going the right way. You're going to want it this way. And I want to clip my center. So now you're putting the front top panel piece on. I'm just going to go ahead and clip it on both sides. Stacy, I'm sorry. I know I had a minute or two as well when I first got my machine. I had to self-teach myself how to do a lot. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay, so this part's kind of tricky because you're going to want to keep this out of the way while you sew it. And you need to sew it at a 3/8 inch seam allowance to match the other side. I suppose you could probably do it at a 1/4 of an inch. Your zipper just wouldn't be even in it. So yeah. So you're going to clip this. I'm clipping this to the top part of that zipper. So you can kind of see what I'm doing there. That's the front and that's the back. All right. So I'm going to change my zipper foot one last time. Stacy, for sure, ask in the group. I know a lot of people have bought King Maxes, so I'm sure there's lots and lots of people who can help, but don't be afraid to ask questions because once you figure it out, it's super easy. And that's how this machine is very similar to that Juki 1181N. So anything that you can do on that one, you could probably do on this one. All right, so I'm going to sew this at the top here. at that 3/8 inch seam allowance. And I'm just making sure everything's out of my way. This pocket is super cool when you're done. Move my zipper back. Is this pattern domestic machine friendly? She does a really good job at keeping all of the interfacing out of the seam allowance, so I think it would be. There's not a lot of thick seams on this bag. I'll think about that as we sew it, but I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, look how cool that pocket is when you're done. Look at that. All right, so now we're gonna top stitch this side of our zipper. So we're flipping it open and our seam is going up towards this lining piece. And we are going to top stitch right under here, okay? Here we go. Probably could have changed back to my other foot, which I'm thinking I should have, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna change my foot back. I think that's the last time that I have to do it. All right, that's what that looks like. It just ends up super cool on the inside. Look at that. All right, let me change my foot back. Tracy, is my foot healed up? Yes, Tracy, my foot is finally deciding to heal itself. I had an MRI and it finally shows that it's healing. So it feels so much better than it did before. I took the doggies on a nice long walk this morning and it felt great. All right, last time I have to change my foot. Done. Oh, thank you, Sandeep. All right, so next step is we want to match these side seams up here to make this, you know, this pocket. So we're gonna pull it and match it just like that. So I'm matching these two seams together right here. Okay, so I'm gonna clip that. And I'm gonna come and clip this one. And now it should be, you might want to measure it to make sure it's measuring the correct, it should be 9.5, which mine is longer than that. Why is mine longer than that? Match. What did I do wrong? Oh, I matched the wrong seams up. Okay. Phew, Phew, I'm like, what did I do? All right, so it's this pocket seam and this pocket seam we're lining up. Okay, phew. I thought I did this all right. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. That should do it. Beautiful. Now it should be 9.5. Perfect. All right, so after you have that clipped in place, you're gonna wanna sew up the bottom of your pocket here. So I just wanna kind of clip my pocket into place here so it doesn't move. And I'm gonna flip my front panel up and I'm gonna sew this pocket together here. Beautiful. You can trim that down if you want to. You really don't have to. Maybe I'll just trim mine down just a little bit. Just don't want that in your bottom seam at all. So I'll just trim this up just a tiny bit. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, my sweetest niece. All right, so now you want to sew up these sides. Okay, there we go. And that will connect this top where you had it, and it'll sew up your side pockets, or the sides of your pocket. Marilyn, you should be cleaning the house. Nah. You can do that anytime. All right, and now this side. My little seam guide thing is coming up. All right. That is our front panel. Isn't that cool? And you got that pocket in there. Look at that. That's so awesome. All right, done. We are going to work on the back of our bag. Let's see. Back panel. I need to resituate my pieces. Just a minute. Interior, back, side, back pocket. Okay, here we go. We want our back pocket lining. And we are gonna put our snap on this piece on the bottom. It's kind of cool how she assembles this. Hopefully I can recreate it. It took me a minute the first time I did this pattern, but just be patient with me here. I think we can do it. All right. Hooked my centers. I'm gonna mark the center of my piece. So there's that, and there's that. All right, and now I want to put my placement for my snap right there. All right, so let's do our snap. I'm going to back it with some Decaville for sure. Wait, did I do this the right way? Let me make sure I did this the right way. Yes. Okay, make sure your piece is laying the correct way. And then, which side? The male. I just have this big old thing of snaps here. Sorry, just a minute. Let me get the right pieces out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Go back in there. Okay. So I want this side of my snap, the one that kind of sticks up a bit, all right, and a washer. I'm gonna set these two aside. And we are going to install this side of the snap. All right. Here we go. Install this side. And then I'll put my my Decaville on the back so it doesn't pull through my material easily. You definitely want that, okay? You guys aren't as chatty today. All right, and then I'm going to cover up the back of that. Here goes my snap. All right, beautiful. Now I want my back pocket panel, right? Let's see. Top edge. The back pocket panel with the bottom edge of the back pocket lining. All right. I need this piece. And again, this has like a direction on it, so make sure you're doing the correct direction on this piece. Just clip in real quick my centers. All right, so this is the top of my back panel. And I want to do it with this piece right here where we just installed that snap, right? Sorry, just a second. Let me make sure. Yep. Here we go. Center that up. All right, and sew that on. So this is the one side, and that's what the other side looks like. Sew that on. Beautiful. All right. Turn the panel so that the back pocket panel at the bottom and the magnetic snap is facing you. Okay. This is the part where I'm like, huh? All right, so now I want this back top panel right here with the lining. Yes, okay. So this is where it's kind of like, what? Trust me. And then the way this is folded up is really cool. All right, so this is how your piece is laying. This is my snap down here. My other side is right there, okay? I'm gonna take my top back panel, and I want it laying this, no, I want it laying this way, and I'm going to center that up, and we're sewing this onto the other side of that lining. All right. Then when it folds all together, you'll be like, oh. What interfacing did I use on my cork? I used Decaville Light, and it works perfectly for this bag. It works very nice. All right, so this is what we're looking at right now, okay? I'm going to be sewing, so I'm not, so this is over on here. I'm not sewing on that. I'm just sewing these two pieces together. Okay, the other side of my lining and the top back panel piece. And what's my seam allowance? Let me make sure. Yes. All right, here we go. Hello, Charlotte. I like your name. All right, so after that is done, you're gonna flip this up, and we are going to top stitch underneath here. Going to attempt a zip around wallet. Ooh, good luck. I still have not gotten up the nerve to try one of those. All right, beautiful. All right, so now on this piece here, so what's happening is they're going together like, oh my gosh, how did we do this? I'm bringing this up here, and it's going up here. Oh, I forgot to top stitch that, didn't I? Just a minute. Was I supposed to do that? I forgot to top stitch this. I'm going to top stitch this real quick. Right here on this side, you need to top stitch this, and then it really will make sense. You're pretty much folding it up onto the other piece and making one big panel. Hopefully I am making sense. I just forgot to do a top stitch up here on this side. So we're gonna do that real quick. So this is the side with the magnetic snap here. So I'm just top stitching this real quick before I go any further. Beautiful. Okay. So now this is what our piece looks like. Okay, that's that side. We're bringing it up to this side, and that's making our slip pocket. Isn't that cool how she did that? So I want to measure on this 2 3/4 down, just like this. And this is the placement for this. So we're going to take this and we're folding it up to that line. And I'm going to clip it on each side, and then we're going to do our other side of the magnetic snap. We need to place the other side. All right, so that is the placement. Should be this way. Front and the back. Isn't that cool how she did that? I love how she did it. Okay. So now, since this is the male snap, it should leave a tiny bit of an indentation here, right? So I'm trying to see if it'll work. Oh yeah. right there. Okay, that's the placement of my other side of the snap. Thanks, Panny. Let's install that right there. And I think this already has some Decaville light behind it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a little piece of heavy too, just because this pocket will probably be opened and closed quite a bit. So we'll just give it even more support, I think. Why not? It can't hurt, right? Beautiful. And I'll protect it. This is just double-sided tape with one side left on. It's nothing fancy. All right. Finish up this pocket. So now we'll make sure these two connect. Perfect. All right, and I'm gonna clip this up and sew up my sides. Isn't that cool how that's made? I love the construction of this back pocket. I think it's super cool. All right, here we go. And just checking my seam allowances. Yep. Oh, make sure this is the correct height again. Yep, it is. Because if it's not, something's off, like on my front panel. I'm glad I checked that. All right, base these sides together. Oh, my thread broke. Why did it do that? Sometimes my machine doesn't behave. Come on. There it goes. Try that again. Here we go. Beautiful. Sew up the other side real quick. All right. I need a new seam guide thing. I really liked this one. It is not wanting to cooperate. Okay. There is my back. It's got the magnetic snap. Isn't that cool? Love it so much. All right, on to the next. Set that aside. We are gonna do our side panel pieces, but mine are going to be slightly different. I did have a good mental health break. Thank you. All right, so here are my side panel pieces, and I am installing these connectors that I have on my website that I love. It looks really pretty on this bag. She's got hidden connectors in the pattern, so it's up to you what you want to do. I think they're both fabulous. These are just a little bit easier and they give it that classy look. All right, so I need to find my centers and my measurements for these connectors real quick. Maybe. I like to clip the top and the bottom and draw a line down the center and then measure down from there. I'm thinking about your bag with an embroidery design. This would be a super cool bag to do an embroidery design on. I had thought about that before I made this one. It's got those nice plain panels front and back. This would be a great embroidery bag. Jeannie, thank you so much. All right, here we go. So I've got my center here. I've got my center here. I'm just lining that up so I can get the nice center of my panel because it's kind of an odd shape, right? So you need to be sure that you're centering these connectors. And then I forget how far down I went. Let me see. I think I just measured the pattern piece and took it, yeah. Whoops, sorry. I'm doing 1 1/4 down, and that's gonna be the top of, my washer, I believe is what I did last time. Let's try it. Why not? I've got those. I'm going to get 2 pieces of Decaville Heavy because you really want to make sure that these connectors are supported and that they're not going to pop out, right? So here's my Decaville Heavy, and here are my connectors. I'm going to pull these prongs up and see where they fit on my washers and make sure I'm marking the correct spot for the washer. See, sometimes it's the first and second to the, yeah, I think that's better. First and second to the last. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna place this washer on here. I'm gonna mark out my markings for that first. And then on this side, all right, so for this, my idea is I want the top of that connector to be on that line, right? Which is pretty much lining up with the top of this washer. So I'm gonna line this washer right on that line and center it. And that is my placement for my connector on both sides. These connectors are super easy to install. I love it. Okay. Is it working with cork the same way you work with vinyl? Basically, so far it's been the same. I'm new at this cork thing, so but it seems to sew just like vinyl. All right, so I'm just going to make those little lines in both. All right, and that should do it. So here's this one. Maybe. Come on. Push that through, turn it over. I'm gonna put my Decaville behind it. Even though it's got some Decaville light, I'm doing heavy too. And then my washer. Beautiful. And for this one, I fold these in. I go in with these. I just feel like it's, if they're going out, they're gonna be pushing close to your seam allowance, and I don't want that. I'm just bending this prong in just a little bit more. Perfect. Cover those up, and that's it. That's how easy those are. Love it. You love sewing with cork. You find it easier than vinyl. It might be. It's just more expensive than vinyl, though. Look how cool that is. All right, so that's the first one. Let's do the second one, and then we're done with our side connectors. Again, in the pattern, she has hidden connectors, so it's, did I mark this one? Yeah, I did. however you want to do it. I don't see my cut for the top. Just a minute. I don't think it cut all the way through. There it is. Right there and right there. Beautiful. I could trim this down too. I'm gonna just bend this in just a little bit. Okay. Voila. Done. Love it. Okay, those are my side connectors, all done. Next step. Installing. Okay, now we're putting the whole thing together. I am not doing purse feet this time. You can totally do purse feet. It's gorgeous with purse feet. I just don't feel like I need it on this one, so I'm not doing purse feet. But she's got great placement for them. If you want to install them, go for it. Did some clear vinyl boxy bags this morning, baking sugar cookies. Ah, it sounds like a great day. I am taking my kids out to dinner tonight and we're gonna go watch a Christmas light show. I'm super excited. All right, I'm just clipping my centers. And I need to, you know what? I'm gonna do some decorative stitching on this bottom piece real quick. You can do 5/8. I'm just gonna do 3/4. I think that'll be pretty too. Let's do it. I usually just go like this to watch where my stitching is at on these. Maybe one more. Perfect. You could also draw your stitch lines on here. I'm just doing a decorative stitch on the bottom. It helps the Decaville or the Peltex that you have on there stay in place as well. Done. Okay. So it just kind of stitched it all down, right? Looks pretty. All right. So we are going to assemble the exterior. Now this has a few markings. So this is my front panel. And we are going to mark 1/4 of an inch down from the top. Okay, just like that. And then 1 inch in on each side. Right here. Okay. So it should be 10 3/4, which it is 10. Let me go this way. Yes. Okay, perfect. So then you want to do another marking on the bottom here. 3/8 of an inch. Sorry, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. Because we have to make the shape of these front and back panels for these side panels. So that's what we're doing right now. We want that 3/8 inch down here. And then we are going to draw a line from this marking right here, where your 1 inch and your 1/4 inch meets, down here to your 3/8 inch line at an angle, okay? And this is going to be a little bit difficult with the materials because this is not going to show up on everything for me. I'm going to have to switch to a white or to a colored one for this. All right, so it's got that angle to it. So now we're gonna trim that, I think, right? Yeah, we're trimming that down. All right, yes, we want to trim that down. It does show that this has a little bit of an edge to it to put it there and draw that edge on, but I didn't really find that to be an issue on my first one, so I'm just going to trim that down. But you do want to baste this before you trim it, or else you're going to trim it and it's all going to come undone with your pocket and everything. So I'm doing 1/8 of an inch seam allowance here, right along my trim line. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm just getting that angle correct for installing these side panels. So I did that angle and now I'm going to trim it. Right next to that sew line that I just did. So now I've got that angle to it. Does that make sense? All right, so now I'm going to repeat for this other side here. Well, I'm going to repeat for all 4 sides. Here we go. Kind of hard to get the right angle here. So I want to go from here to here. Okay, beautiful. Sew that. Which I don't really have to start until about right here, probably. And then I'm gonna trim that down again. So that's what I've got. Got my angled piece now. And look, it goes perfectly with these angled side pieces now. That's what we wanted. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Oh, and we want to trim the top down. That's what that was. So you want to make sure this top is like kind of at this angle and it goes down a bit. That's what that was. Sometimes it takes me a second. Let's see. You're going to trim this down just a little bit. you've got this slight curve right here on both sides. It's not huge, and I don't think it would make a huge difference if you didn't trim this part down, but I'm going to. It kind of gives it the shape that you want, so we'll go ahead and do it. Beautiful. All right, now I gotta do that to the other side. All right. Same steps. I wish one of my kids would come down to give me water. I forgot to fill up my water. Ugh, I'm dying. All right. Much quicker on the second side, huh? All right, let me sew that and then we'll trim. Trim that down. And then mark our tops. Oops. Mark these tops here. And then we're gonna put them together. Done. All right, here we go. So the way this is assembled. Hi, Cindy. Garbage life stuff. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I get that. Trust me. All right, so we're doing, you need to mark your 3/8 line because that is our stopping and starting mark for all of our corners and sides. All right, so so we're gonna go through our pieces and mark that. And this one here. And then you want to do it along the bottom of these side panels as well. Okay. And that's just going to help with the whole assembly. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Let me just to make sure I'm doing all of this correct. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So get your front panel piece. Hi, Heidi. Get one of your side panels. We are going to clip those together. All right, so line it all up. I'm gonna clip those right sides together. Perfect. Front, back. And now we are gonna sew this on, but we are stopping and starting at this we are starting at this 3/8 inch line because we don't want to sew all the way to the bottom. And I'm sewing it this way. I'm going bottom to the top. But if you're going top to the bottom, stop at that 3/8 inch line. You don't want to go farther than that. You need to leave that bottom seam somewhat open for putting on your bottom panel. Okay, so look, I didn't sew all the way to the bottom. I stopped right there. All right, go ahead and repeat for this other panel. Line up my bottom first here. All right, and do the same step. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm going to stop at that 3/8 inch line, back stitch. This design is not hard to birth, no, because we leave the whole inside lining open because it's a boxed lining. We're going to leave the entire lining open, so it's really easy to pull it through. All right, so now we're going to add the back panel. Here we go. So same steps for this back panel. We're going to start and stop at that, or not start and stop, we're going to stop at that 3/8 inch line. Marking. Here we go. Right here. Hi, Lynette. Welcome. All right, and now I'm putting on this last panel on this last side here. Clipping that on. I wouldn't say this bag is difficult, but I would say there are lots of involved steps. So if you wanted to attempt this bag, I think anybody could do it. Just take it slow. Now we want to add the base of our bag. All right, so that is our main body. So now this is where these other markings come in handy. Hopefully I have all my centers marked. We're going to take our base And we're gonna clip it onto one side first, which yes, there are center marks there. All right, you wanna clip that all on. Now we are gonna stop and start at that 3/8 inch mark on each side of this base piece where we marked it, okay? That's gonna be our beginning and our ending. You don't wanna sew past that because then it won't box up correctly. All right, here we go. So I'm starting and stopping at that 3/8 inch mark. All right, and then stop at that mark. You don't want to go past that. Can my domestic do that? That's a great series, Susan. We totally should do that. That's a great idea. Okay, so I've sewn that edge. Now I need to take it and do the same exact thing on this other side. Susan's got lots of good ideas for videos, guys. She's full of them. I mean, some of them might be a disaster. Yes, this is the same construction on the bottom as the everyday tote. Exactly. Stacy, yep. All right, this side. Full of something. All right, this is a little trickier because this body is, you know, all stiff and interfaced, but you can do it. Here we go. Those are our two sides, and now our two long sides. Now we're going to do the shorter sides. So because of the way that we sewed this, when we go to do our sides, it should lay out nicely, just like that. It's really cool. I love this construction for the bottom. I think it's super easy. And it looks great when you're done. That's it. That's all you do. Isn't that cool? All right. Is it Decaville heavy on the bottom? Yes, it is Decaville heavy on the bottom. Carolyn, thank you. I did hit 30K. Super crazy and cool. All right. And then this side. And then we're done with our exterior, guys. head to the lining. All right, here we go. Just gotta get my piece to cooperate. Come on. There we go. Lay down. Nope. Just a second. I don't like how that moved. Here we go. Okay, so we want to trim down our seams just a little bit, but we want to leave these top seams big because we're going to be taping them down. So I'm going to just start right here and trim my seams. Just a little bit. And along here. I don't know if you absolutely have to trim, but we're going to. And then along here. And here. Beautiful. All right, so it does help to tape these seams down and out of the way because when you finish putting the bag together, if your seams are all laying flat, it certainly does make a difference. So we are going to put some tape along each side of the seam. Thank you guys. Here we go. And here. Beautiful. So what you want to do there is just take the tape off, the sticky part or the backing, maybe. Come on. My tape doesn't want to cooperate. All right. And then you're wanting to just flatten that seam out. You see how that flattens out nicely? I'm going to flatten that out and I'm going to just put a clip right there to keep it all flattened because it'll probably pop up by the time I get back to it. So we'll just help it there. Flatten that. Hi, Lori. Donna, you're not too late. I haven't even started with the lining yet. This is kind of a long bag. Oh my gosh. You know, normally this doesn't bother me as much, but when I'm doing a live and I can't peel the tape, it's the worst. All right, last side, last one. Come on, tape, do your thing. Can you baste the top of those seams? Dalva, you probably could. I wouldn't see why not. Go for it. All right, done. All right, so my seams are all laying flat. I'm gonna set this aside. We are gonna get out our lining pieces. Here we go. So here is my lining. I want, what do I want? I want my zipper pieces. We're gonna do our zipper. Here we go. That double-sided tape, this one's from the Gardener Sewing Room. Sandra sent it to me and it's awesome. It feels very similar to the tape from Weft and Warp, and you can tear it, which is nice. I like it. It works great. All right, here we go. I am using a zipper overlay from Leslie at Joleelee Creations. It's a custom zipper overlay. I freaking love her overlays. And that is what we are going to do today. I'm just kind of lining up all my centers here so I can center this zipper overlay. And I don't know, let's do, how far down should we do? About right there, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna take my zipper overlay and I'm going to sew this on first. So I'm gonna use skinnier tape though, so I don't sew onto it. I'm gonna put this on the back of my overlay and we're gonna place that on my panel, and I'm going to sew the outside edges of this overlay first. Okay. I'm gonna take this. So I've got my center marked here. I've got my line. It's probably hard to see on your end, but I can see it. And then I do like to go like this and just give it a tiny little marking. So I know I'm getting the center of my overlay and the center of my piece. I'm going to take off my tape and we'll place that on. All right, there's my center, here, there. Isn't that cool? Ah, I love it. All right, so now I'm gonna sew around this overlay. I'm not gonna worry about back stitching. It doesn't bother me that much. So I am just gonna back stitch once or twice and then sew this sucker on. Here we go. Thank you, Annette. How is it compared to Waywack? The double-sided tape, it's, I mean, very comparable to Waywack. I like it a lot. The one thing I like about the Gardener Sewing Room tape and Weft and Warp more is that you can tear it and you don't have to use scissors every time to cut it. I would say that's my biggest plus for it. Other than that, it sews pretty it works pretty comparable. I think this is the 8-inch overlay. I'm not, maybe it's the 9-inch actually. Let me check. Let's see, the total length of it is a little under 8. So the zipper opening, or I mean, little under 9, or it is 9. The whole overlay itself is 9 inches. The zipper size on here is 8. This is TheraTex waterproof canvas from Fabric Therapy. It's a little silkier on the top and a little lighter than waterproof canvas. If you watch my live right before I did this one, I opened a package from her with a bunch of more of this TheraTex fabric. I love it so much. I think I'm going to use it on the Win wallet next week when I do that video and try it out for the lining on that too. All right. I didn't see your question. What's your question? Can you recommend a couple places to get some non-Disney pattern vinyl? Depends what you're looking for. There's so many vinyl places. Oh gosh. Joleelee Creation is one of my favorites. I do love Wonderground. I love Weft and Warp. Fabric Therapy. There's so many different vinyl places. All right, so now I'm just cutting this opening. I need to get the fabric out of that space. So I like to cut it from the back so I can kind of see where I'm going here. It's a little bit easier for me. You just want it so you can't see it from the front. Hi, Donna. Do you have a schedule or a website with your lives and any classes? I don't have a schedule for my lives. It's called whenever I can get on and do one. I wish I was more scheduled. Hopefully, maybe in the new year I will be. But for right now, it's just whenever I can get on. I usually announce on my Facebook group and my Instagram before I go live. I try to do it that way. And I don't have any upcoming classes. I will be teaching at the Gardner Sewing Room in August, all the way in Raleigh. But other than that, there might be another one I'm teaching at in August as well. Yeah. Are you going to Road to California? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Thank you, Karen. I did. All right. So that is what that looks like when you're done with it. Super cool. All right. Now we're going to do our zipper pocket. I'm just doing it my own way. Mine's a little bit bigger than my... Oh, let me see something. Shoot. Well... That's going to be cutting it too close. I did a bigger overlay than my pattern piece is called for. So just a second. I need to make these a little bit bigger. Hold, please. I just got to cut out 2 more pieces real quick. Ooh, I found a little water. All right, let's put these aside. Whoops. Here we go. Sorry about that. These, much better. There we go. So, oh yeah, much better. I'm like, wait, what is happening? That is way too close. I didn't double check that. All right, here we go. So I'm going to put the zipper on, right side up, both sides of these linings. If you join the Facebook group, my Facebook group, SiahSwagBags.com, there's so many resources available and people to help out on there, telling you where they got their vinyls and all the websites and the different places. So if you get on that group, it'll really have a lot of suggestions of places you can get your vinyl. And you know that they're good because people have used them. So yeah. And on all of my videos, I usually link in the description all of my resources. Everywhere I get my stuff, it's usually almost always in the description underneath the video. So that's another good resource. Thanks, Brittany. You're awesome. On to 50K net. Woo! I mean, that'd be amazing. Okay, so I basted on my zipper to my lining zipper pieces. Okay, that's the inside of the zipper. It's the outside of it. All right. So now I want to fit this into my zipper overlay. Just like that. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape along it to get it all situated and fitting in there the way that I need it. And then I will sew around the inside. I'm not sure, Nicole, what you said came up in, I think it's French. So I'm not sure what the question was. Or if you were just saying hi. Oh, your vinyl source. That's a good one too, Wanda. Yes. So many good vinyl places out there, for reals. All right, so I'm just going to stick in one side at a time here. I want to make sure my zipper opening is going left to right because I just prefer it that way. And make sure I've got enough hanging off both ends here and I'm kind of centered. Sometimes this part can be just a little tricky and it's hard to show it, but. Oh, she wants to know where I am from. Colorado. In the States. Oh my goodness, see, sometimes it just doesn't want to play nice. And I've never done pockets with this Theratex, and it's a little bit different weight and everything. All right. Ooh, let me make sure I'm good on both sides. That's cutting it pretty close. I think, sorry, I'm going to resituate, guys. I don't like how far over it was. Maybe more like right here. I hate having to show this part. All right, there we go. I think that's better. Much better. Bodio, My Punk, Mormino, yeah. So many places. There we go. That looks about right. Let me just fix this end here. I don't like that. Let me fix this end here. Much better. Okay. Woo! All right. There we go. Let's sew around that. Yes, I am definitely like everybody else. I make plenty of mistakes. Trust me. And then you want to make sure your zipper is laying flat, and we're just sewing on the inside of this zipper overlay around the zipper. Okay. Right, and then we're going to flip it down. Here we go. Oof. Yes, this zipper overlay is from Joleelee Creations. I did not cut this out by hand. Could you imagine? No. I would be impressed with myself. No, Leslie made them for me. She's amazing. Alrighty. That is my zipper pocket. It is in no way perfect, but it's gorgeous. Perfectly imperfect. Look at that. I mean, it's pretty. That's pretty good. Okay. So we want to leave this pocket open. So I'm going to sew up my sides, but not the bottom, because I am leaving my pocket open and I'm leaving my lining open because I like to sew up my lining through my pocket so I have a nice clean line. All right, and again, I've never used this Theratex for lining, so you can't really iron this bottom seam, but I am going to fold it up so I sew it that way when I sew up my sides, because then it makes closing the pocket at the end a lot easier. Okay, so I'm just doing that. All right, let's sew up the sides of our pocket and continue. Here we go. Oh, you cut the overlays out by hand? I mean, it's totally doable. You can cut, I've cut overlays out by hand too. It's just so much easier when they're pre-made. I could use my scan and cut to do overlays now, I'm sure, which I think I have some files for overlays that somebody sent me. But I love my ones from Leslie. And she's my girl. All right. All done. There we go. There's our pocket side. Let's do our slip pocket real quick. On this side, get our slip pocket pieces out. I think these are our last pieces, guys. Oh no, just kidding. We still have our zipper panel. Okay. Here is our slip pocket pieces and my trim that I'm gonna put on it. I really like the trim. I think it looks really pretty on this bag. So we're gonna do the trim. If I can find the right pieces here. And let me get to the right. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna mark the center of my trim. Okay. And then I'm gonna put tape down each side here. And that's just gonna help putting it on our piece when we're done. And she does this pocket just a little bit different, and I like it. Okay, so that's my trim piece. All right, so here's my pocket piece. It should be, that's the right way, right? Nope, it's this way. You want to make sure you're laying it the right way. Well, that's always good. All right, we're gonna be folding these edges of our pocket in. So measure in 1 inch on each side. Like that. Okay. And I am going to put some double-sided tape down here. Maybe. And we're just folding these edges in so they're not raw. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm folding this to that 1 inch line here. Perfect. And this side too. How long have we been on? What is it? Okay, we're doing good. Ooh, we're doing good on time, guys. And then fold this edge in. Beautiful. And then all we need to do is fold this up right here. Here's our sides that we folded in along the side, okay? And we're just going to baste the top together. Again, I really like the way she does this pocket. There's really cool techniques in this pattern that even I haven't like come across that she does. So this is such a cool pattern, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna baste the top of this pocket. All right. Okay, that's what those are folded inside, so they're not raw. And now we want to put our trim along the top of that where we just basted those 2 raw edges. Okay. Maybe. It's time for me to get my nails trimmed. They're too long. All right, so I'm going to try and just get that along that center line. I go just below that center line because then it just lines up everything nicely. So just below that center line there, and then you want to fold it over. I'm just going to put a couple clips so it doesn't come off. And that is our trim. Looks great. All right, and then I am going to just trim these sides off evenly. Right there. And right there. Okay, and now I'm going to top stitch this piece on. Super cool. And now we are going to sew this onto our lining piece. Here we go. I gotta mark my centers. I know that the cork matches this this canvas so beautifully, doesn't it? It's like it was meant to go together. I love it so much. All right, what's the placement for this pocket? All right. Right there. Let's do it. And then I want to separate it into two sides. So let's go right here. Okay, let's sew this on. It might be a little slippery because of this material, so hopefully I can hold it in place because I can't really clip it. All right, here we go. That looks great. Sew this on. I could tape it, but we're good. It stayed in place. So I'm not gonna go up onto this trim piece because I'm gonna put a rivet right there in the middle. Okay, and if I were to sew up onto it, I'd have to cut through that stitching, which I don't wanna do. All right, that is my slip pocket. I'm gonna put a rivet right there real quick. Just got my little hole punch here. Beautiful. Let me get my rivet. My chair doesn't roll quite well anymore. It's got too much thread in it. All right, let's see. Come on. There we go. Just gonna do a single rivet right in the middle. It just looks nice too. All right, and then we're gonna work on our zipper panel before we put this all together. Beautiful. Okay. Lining piece is done. Let's do our zipper panel. And here. Okay. I've already got my main zipper kind of all done. I did that 90-degree angle. I do it on a lot of my videos. It's been shown many times. And then look at that cute zipper tab that comes with the pattern. Isn't that one cute? I love it so much. All right, here we go. So I folded all of my edges so I have no raw edges for my zipper panel pieces. And this is just a normal construction of a zipper panel. So I like to start my zipper right where that fold ends, right there. Okay, that's normally where I like to start it. And I've got my exterior right side together with my zipper. And I like to baste this exterior piece on first, and then we'll add the lining piece. Pretty basic. Although I think I'm gonna sew from this way. Let's do that. Easier for you guys to see. All right, just baste that on. Roller blade wheels for your chair. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That's what I need. All right, so once you have your exterior basted on there, you're gonna take your lining piece and sandwich that in between. All right, and then you're gonna sew that at your full seam allowance, which I am doing 1/4. All right, here we go. Just gonna unzip that, get that out of my way. All right, so once that is on, you want to fold them out, and then we are going to top stitch around it and baste it together. All right. All right, I kind of pull mine as I go anyways. Sorry, let me bring you in just a little bit more. Here we go. Dropping everything. All right, and then baste those 2 layers together. Make sure you cut both layers. It looks good. All right, and now repeat same steps on the other side. I need to make sure and clean up all my clips from the floor when I'm done, because Oakley loves my clips. She thinks they are there for her enjoyment. Drives me crazy. All right, I'm just trying to get this even to start right here. That looks pretty even. And I'm just gonna unzip this now. All right, same steps, just repeat. Margaret, I bet the rainbow thread would look gorgeous with this. You are correct. That is a great idea. All right, and now my lining piece. You know, I think zipper panels are my least favorite thing to sew. They just feel so tedious and they're on every bag, but you have to do it. Like, a zipper panel is amazing on a bag. It's just, but probably my least favorite part of making a bag. Isn't that funny? All right, here we go. Could you use a metal zipper end? Yes, absolutely. I did trim my zipper end down a little bit from what she had in the pattern because I don't like my zipper super long, but in the pattern it is longer than what I have here. But yes, you could totally use a metal zipper end for sure. I know, Karina, right? I don't know why. I just, ugh. All right, now we're just top stitching and then we're done with our zipper panel. Here. Zipper tabs. Yeah, I don't love zipper tabs either. It's just those little tedious things sometimes. You have to do it. Yep. All right, here we go. All right. Cats like clips and the bobbins. They think anything that falls on the floor, yep, is their toy. Same with Oakley. She actually got a whole spool of brand new thread the other day and just ripped right into it. I about died. So yeah, it's great. Animals are the best. All right, so now I'm just going to clip my centers. It will help with the next step. All right, here we go, guys. Done and done. And now let's attach it to our lining. Yay! Brittany, she is so much like a toddler. I'm all, wait a minute. I'm done having kids. What happened? What stitch length do I use with vinyl? I usually use a 5 to a 5.5. All right, so I want my zipper pulls both opening to the left. So I make sure and line that up first. I want to line my centers here up at the top. I'm going to baste my zipper panel onto my lining first, and then I will add the top piece. Get a dog, they said. I know, right? I do love my doggies. They bring me so much happiness, but also a lot of frustration. Same with kids, right? Same with kids. Just got to choose your poison. Pick your poison. I picked both. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to put my center on this one, too. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. I need water so bad. Hey, Susan, are you still on here? You should call my home phone and tell my kids to bring me water. All right. Let's put this on. Right sides together. Line those centers up. Here we go. What is my seam allowance? Let me see. Okay. Good, good. Make sure you're following your seam allowances. Here we go. Brenda, why is the zipper panel so far from the start of the zipper panel? I don't know what you mean. Like so far from here? Because this is the side of the bag. Like this is the side panel of the bag. So you can't take the zipper all the way to the edge of this lining. All right, I need to top stitch, zipper panel up. So we're top stitching underneath. It's nice and quiet in here today because I locked my doggies out for this video. I couldn't do it. Go get your water. I might go fill up my water bottle real quick in the bathroom here because I am dying. I usually have one nice and filled and ready to go, and I just was rushing. I'll do it after I finish these linings. All right, there's that one. So that is what that first part should look like. So now we just want to repeat with our other side of the lining here, okay? We're gonna take our zipper panel that's connected to our first one, and now we're gonna attach it to the other side. Right sides up, match your centers, and repeat your steps. Intermission, for reals, this bag needs an intermission. I'm exhausted. It's hard to sit and sew a whole bag in one sitting because with tutorials, you usually pre-record and you can take breaks. But these lives are, I mean, it's tiring to sit and do it for a whole 2.5, 3 hours. All right. I don't mind the dogs either, except that Oakley comes in here and she knocks down my lights. She steps on my sewing machine pedal. Like she's just flails everywhere. Marley May's fine, but Oakley's just like a tornado. So I just luck her out when I'm doing a video now. All right, put this piece on. 2 hours, 9 minutes. Yeah, whew. But we're getting towards the end. We're at the end assembly, guys, almost. All right, so this piece on. I'll take an intermission. Give me just a second and I'll go fill up my water. You guys are sweet. All right, let's just top stitch this and I'll fill up my water. There we go. Flip this all up. And top stitch. This bag is gonna be so pretty. All right. Look how cool that lining looks. Oh, I'm just gonna leave that right there for you to stare at. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle. I'll be right back. All right, get a couple of chocolates and some water. Let's do it, guys. Here we go. Oh yeah, this will be restocked, you guys. Go join her groups. Nancy at Fabric Therapy. She's really good at keeping you updated. All right, so now we're going to sew these lining pieces together. And then we'll assemble the whole thing. I'm eating my favorite Hershey Kisses. They only come out at Christmas time. They're the Cherry Cordial Kisses. Oh my goodness, you guys. If you like cherry cordials, you will die. They are the best. All right. Let's put this lining together. Make sure you're clipping these two seams together evenly. And we're gonna sew this down. We're gonna start at our normal seam allowance up at the top, and then we're gonna increase it down at the bottom so our lining isn't baggy. They make chocolate covered cherry kisses. Yes, they have the cherry cordial filling inside of the Hershey Kisses. You guys, life-changing. I think I bought like 3 bags last time and I'm on my last bag. Because they only have them at Christmas time. Oh my gosh, Jolene, you're only 20 minutes from Hershey. Hey, can you get the cherry cordial kisses year round? You might be my new favorite person. All right, here we go. Let me just double check that I am doing everything good. Yes, yes. Here we go. Okay, normal seam allowance up at the top here, and then I'm going to increase. The Cherry Cordial Kisses, and my other holiday favorite is the white fudge covered Oreos. Oh, you guys, so good. There's no losing weight over Christmas in my house. Okay. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit, but I'm not going to trim the seam up top because we're going to tape it and lay it open just like we did with the exterior pieces. Belgian chocolate. Ugh, you know, I'll take any kind of chocolate. I don't think I've met a chocolate I don't like. Ever. Chocolate is my weakness, guys. chocolate and pasta. All right. Okay, so we are not sewing up the bottom of the bag, right? Because we are using that to pull the whole thing through at the end. So I'm not sewing up my bottom. Strawberry Oreo. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I wonder if we have that. I haven't seen that. All right. We are almost there, guys. Whew, we did it. I was a little stressed to do this on a live, but we did it. Almost there. Okay. I am not gonna do my next video. It's going to be the Win wallet, and I'm going to pre-record that one because it's a lot of gluing and letting the glue dry and all that kind of good stuff. So, all right, there are my corners there. Cindy, we can still be friends. That's fine. I love pasta. I can eat pasta any day. Mexican food, pasta. C's Nuts and Chewies. I've never had that. Sounds amazing. I am not having luck with double-sided tape today. There we go. All right, so we are going to fit these two bags together, or these two exterior and lining, guys. Here we go. So we want to take our exterior. We are going to take our lining. We're going to turn our lining right side out. Okay. Okay, so I want whatever sides are touching when you put this bag together, that's how they're going to be touching when they're finished. So I want my zipper pocket along the back side of my bag here. All right. Yep. And there we go. All right, so I want, what's going on here? My zipper panel, make sure that's folded down and out of your way. It's kind of flipped up. You want that folded down. And your zipper tab folded down. All right, and we're gonna start just clipping both layers together. Make sure you got lots of moving parts here. I've got my side connectors and my zippers out of the way. All right. Let me get all my clips. Oh, I just moved that. Get a big old handful. All right, so I'm gonna line my sides up first here, and I'm just gonna start clipping this whole top section together and get this all lined up. This bag is a little bit tricky to top stitch with a flatbed like I have, but it is doable. We'll just go slow. It is doable. C's Candies. Oh, C's Candies have the best suckers too. Ooh, their suckers are yummy. You guys are making me hungry. I had brunch, but that was a while ago. It's time to eat again. All right. Line up. Oh, I don't have my centers marked on these main pieces anymore. That's okay. They're lining up pretty dang nice. I think we're good. The nice thing about this bag too, do you see how none of my seams are on top of each other? So I've got my side seam for my lining, And my side seams for my exterior, they're all in different places. So you don't have that bulk of your seams all coming together, which is why this bag is domestic machine friendly. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you fasting? I'll quit talking about food. Oh, that's funny. Chocolate and Nutella. Ooh, Nutella. I love Nutella. Whew, we need to have a session where we just sew and eat our favorite foods and show them to everybody. All right, all clipped. Here we go. Let's sew this up. I'm so excited to turn this bag out. So excited. Okay, my last food thing. I got Ben & Jerry's fish food ice cream for the first time in like years the other night, and I forgot how amazingly good it is. All right, I'm moving this camera because it's easier from this angle for you to watch me do this last step. Just a minute. Let me get my tripod in there the right way. I try to move as slow as I can so you guys aren't jostled everywhere. I mean, we could go on for hours about food. Really. Okay, I think this is better for this step. Here we go, guys. Let me double check my seam allowance. Yep. All right. Whew. I'm gonna get my stiletto out. And here we go. Fish food is amazing. Don't start. If you had to stop, don't start. Because now I'm like, oh my gosh, I need more. Ooh, yeah, it's a good one. Here we go. Everybody hold your breath. That's a horrible angle of my face. Sorry. Get to see my double chins and all. What is in fish food ice cream? Happiness. It's fudge and marshmallow and caramel and these chocolate fishes that are just so ridiculously good. Jaded. You just had a pancake. Pancakes are delicious too. Ooh, I should have checked my bobbin. Hopefully we're good. Almost there. Okay. Whew. Oh no. Look, that one didn't stay folded. All the other ones did. Dang it. That's gonna be a huge one to top stitch. I'm just cutting it to try and lay it flat. Shoot, that's okay. That's okay. You ready? Let's turn this right side out. Here we go. I love everybody talking about food. This makes me happy. Okay, pastrami and cheese on a hero with coffee. Oof. All right, any news on the new thread colors? They are in transit, but customs is taking extra long currently. So, no idea. No new update as of right now. I'm hoping within the next couple weeks. It'll probably like get delivered to my doorstep Christmas Eve. I'll get 25 boxes of thread because that'll be just what I need Christmas Eve. Just put them under the tree. Yeah, I'm sure my kids would be thrilled with that. Okay. Ooh, baby. Those bottoms look good. Oh, I see. It just makes, look how pretty. Oh, it's such a good, like, bottom. Would be a good bag. Yes, this would be a good drop-in lining bag if you didn't want to turn it, but it really wasn't. I mean, it wasn't horrible. So, look at that, you guys. Woo! Look how gorgeous that is. Ah, that's such a pretty bag. And this zipper pocket, I mean, how cool is that zipper pocket? How do you keep the Decaville light from peeling up when you turn the bag? If it's heated on there correctly and it's had time to sit, it normally doesn't peel up. It's very important after you fuse the Decaville light that you let it sit and cool off and just don't touch it. This is a gorgeous bag. This bag will be for sale, guys, on my website if this is calling anybody's name. This is just freaking amazing. Okay, so now I need to just roll out my seam and we are gonna top stitch. Can you add handles? You could totally add handles to this bag. Yeah, absolutely. Such a cute bag, you guys. And we did it on a live. Phew. I almost regretted saying I would do this live. I'm like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? But I am glad I did. Oh, thank you. I need to check my bobbin, yes. Check my bobbin before I top stitch this. Oh, that would be the worst. All right. I'm just leaving the bottom open so I can push all my seams up. I want to get that nice up here. One more little section. Okay, looks good. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys, such a classy looking bag. For reals. Like, it's just gorgeous. All right, so I am going to attempt to, top stitch this. And then we'll close up all the holes and we're done. Let's check my bobbin. Go get the pattern. Use my code SiahSwag10, all in caps, you guys. We're okay on bobbin. You'll get a 10% discount, I think. So go get this pattern. It's so pretty. All right. Come on. All right, deep breath before we top stitch. Right? I gotta make sure this zipper, I'm wondering, did I top stitch from the inside out last time? Okay. Let's do it. Normally, I think I would top stitch this way, but I really want my bag to look great. I'm gonna try and do it the other way. I can't really turn this bag inside out. It's just too hard. I think I did my other bag this way too, so I think we'll be okay. Here we go. And I wanna start at the back of the bag. I never like to start at the front of the bag. We can do it. I've done harder. Let's do it. Cork is super soft and easy to sew with. Would you buy a cylinder arm? Yes, I would, in a heartbeat. I just need a place to put it. That's all. If I would have known more before I dove into an industrial, I would have bought a cylinder arm with a removable bed. But that's okay. You live and learn. If you have the option to do that, I would do that. Almost there. Oh, guys, that turned out amazing. Yep. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, there's one skip stitch. Boo. Look at that. One stitch. Well, luckily, I'm probably the only one who would realize that and see that, so it's fine. All right. Here we go. So I'm pulling out my pocket. I'm going to reach in and grab my lining pieces and pull that through. And we are going to close this up and we'll put the strap on and you'll get to see how gorgeous it is. All right, so now we finished out our lining here. All right, and we need to sew it up at that bigger seam allowance since that's what we did on the lining. So don't forget to sew that up at that bigger seam allowance. And then we'll be done. We did it. It took me, actually, it went a lot faster than I thought it would. I thought it would be a good 3 hours, so we're doing awesome on time. All right, here we go. I'm just doing a crossbody strap for this bag. You could do a shoulder strap and a crossbody strap. You could attach handles if you wanted to. I think handles would be super cute on this bag. All up to you. Hand stitch the skipped one. Whew, I don't know if that would look better, Dalva. I'm not a good hand stitcher. I think it'll be okay. It's just going to be part of the bag. All right, and now we're going to box out the corners. And we got to box those out at that bigger seam allowance as well. Miss Stitch gives it character. That's right. It is what it is, guys. At this point. That's not enough for me to go back and fix it right now. Compared to what my stitching, top stitching used to look like when I first started, that's, I mean, that's nothing, right? All right. Yeah, this Theratex was super fun to work with for my lining, and I feel like it gives it a super classy fill. It's just because it's that silkier texture than waterproof canvas, but you still have that waterproof element to it. Super cool. so we're gonna push this back in and we'll just close up our pocket. And we are done. So let's get our pocket here. This might be a little trickier because of the material, but we can do it. I mean, honestly, it's a non-fraying material as well. We probably could leave it raw edges and just sew it up. I didn't think about that. That's probably an option. But we're gonna fold it. All right, here we go. All right, guys, that's it. Let's put our handle on and give this whole bag a look. A look-see. All right. Oh my gosh, that just, I mean, really does add a lot to it, guys. Okay, here's our bag. Look how pretty. I gotta take my little protectors off the side. And then here's my, I did a 3/4 inch strap here. That's it. So pretty. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at this cork. Okay, I love cork. It's gorgeous. Cork, you win. Look at that. I'll show you how big it is. So, like, it's not huge, but it's a really good size, you guys. And it would look really cute with a tiny handle. It would look cute with 2 handles. I mean, it's amazing. Discount code is SiahSwag10, all in caps. It's in the description down below of this video. Thank you, Brittany. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. I know that was a long one, but hopefully it was worth it. This is a gorgeous pattern. Go purchase this bag. Support an awesome designer. I mean, so many fun steps in here that will be brand new to you, that even I had never done. Like, it's just a gorgeous pattern. So look at that. Oh, so pretty. All right, I hope you guys all have a good weekend and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.